Welcome in to the Arkansas Sports Network's Hometown Sports Football Preview, proudly presented by Arkansas Tech University, D3 Auto Sales, and by Metcalf Trucking Company. Today we sit down with North Little Rock Charging Wildcats head coach Clint Reed. This Pigskin Preview is sponsored by First Community Bank.
All right, I'm here with Coach Clint Reed here at North Little Rock. Coach, this has been a pretty successful program over the years. You guys have had a lot of playoff runs and things of that nature. So how do your players view playing for North Little Rock, and what's the culture like around here?
Well, they're proud of it, trying to get back to that pride. I sometimes don't know that people understand how hard it is to win football games and to do it year in and year out. And it's tough, and our kids work extremely hard at it. Very proud of where they go to school. That's what we're trying to build, that culture of being here and being proud of where you're at and having success where you're at, where your feet are, and those kind of things. But to win, 10 games, 11 games, 12 games every year, that's a tough thing to do. And when programs are doing that, they're obviously got some stuff going in the right direction and doing some things right. And we're trying to get back to that. We're trying to build that culture, that winning mentality. It's just going to be tough, some. We got some different things that go on in the city, and we've lost some really good players here and there, but we're not worried about that. All we can worry about are the ones that are here, the ones that want to be here. We're going to coach them extremely hard, and they're giving great effort. The summer started really well. Excited about it.
So tell me a little bit about what you guys try to do day in and day out at practice and things like that to get your players to play at a championship level per se, or to buy into what you guys want to do here.
Well, my thing is just concentrating on the little things. I call them the simple victories, the small victories. I believe in my heart of hearts, if I can win at the little things, at the things that I'm supposed to win at, winning it when it becomes hard becomes easier. The more you create that positive and create that positive, I just call them the doves. Like, we got to get those simple doves when we can. Get those simple wins. Be on time. Do things right. Finish the drill. Creating that culture, creating that where you don't have to concentrate on them anymore. They just become a habit. They become the norm. That's what we're trying to get to. Winning and losing takes care of itself. Again, winning ball games, it's tough. And I don't think that the normal fan understands that, how hard it is. I mean, these kids are battling lots of different things that I didn't have to deal with. They're trying to find rides to practice. They're trying to find, their next meal. There's a lot of different things these kids are having to do. But, the ones that can get here and the ones we don't pick up or whatever, we're trying to get them here and get them taken care of for sure.
So you mentioned that this is it's tough to win, especially in 7A. And the conference realignment has not made that easier. Now Pulaski Academy and Little Rock Christian and teams like that moving into this 7A. So tell me a little bit about what you guys are doing to try to prepare for what's probably going to be a gauntlet of a season, just because it's so tough.
Tough preseason schedule. We're going to play Rogers, who beat us last year in the first round of the playoffs. Really good. They do a heck of a job up there. They coach those kids really well. Then turn around and get to play Benton. Coach Harrison and them got them going there. And then to a Catholic program that's had a lot of success here the last 3 years. And it's tough. We're not even talking about the 7A Central. And then you get into Conway, Cabot, Bryant's, Southwest on the come up, doing a lot better. Central will walk as many athletes out there as you want. This is not an easy place to play. Like I said, winning's hard. But we look forward to it. I mean, we know it's going to be tough. We've got to be prepared as coaches every week. We got to get our kids ready every week. There's not any of those gimme games on a schedule in this league, and that's what makes it fun. That's what makes it the challenge makes it fun, and we're excited about it. Our kids understand it, and they know what's ahead of them, and you hope that's what they have in mind whenever they're working every day.
So tell me a little bit about your roster, and then just who might be some people that you're leaning on to be leaders, or maybe some guys that you expect to have a good year.
Yeah, well, our roster's huge turnover right now. Lost 20 plus seniors off of last year's team. We've lost 11, 12 2B seniors that transferred to other schools. So our turnover's been pretty heavy here, and that's fine. We want the ones that want to be here. We want North Little Rock Charging Wildcats that want to be North Little Rock Charging Wildcats to be here and play, and so we're okay with that. We're going to be young. We're going to be extremely young up front. Like we lost all of our starting offensive line except for one. We got a guard back. Herbert Montgomery is coming back for us up front. Need him to be kind of our cornerstone early until we can get some time underneath our belt, get some reps underneath our belt, some live game rep with those other guys. We need him to come on. We got really good junior, our age tight end running back kid by Centennial Dykes coming back. Played every game as a 10th grader last year, as a junior coming back, returning starter. He's kind of our hammer. He's our motor. He's got that old school mentality. We're going to ask him to do a bunch of things. Malachi Muhammad's back at wide receiver. We got some really good skill coming back. We got Malachi Muhammad coming back. We got Caden Pettis coming back. We lost some good skill, but we got those guys coming back to help us there. Tony Wilkins coming back, got to be a guy for us. Them are all guys that played significant snaps last year and got a chance to play for us this year, and they've got to lead us. Early when it goes bad. Quarterback-wise, right now we got us a battle going with Will Jones and Corey Marshall. Corey was our backup last year. Our starting quarterback transferred, so we've got some inexperience there. So this summer is really going to be good for them to get some reps under them. Will's been playing baseball. Didn't play football last year. He's an all-conference shortstop for our baseball team. And I've known Will a long time. He played baseball with my son, so I got him to come out. And man, I think he's going to help us, create some competition there. Running back, we got John Tavius James back. Played a lot last year. He wasn't the guy, but he's going to be, one of the guys this year. So I really like where we're at offensively with our running back and our skill guys. We're very experienced up front, so we're going to have to lean on some of that help from those skill guys, and they got to help our quarterbacks out some. Defensively, Thalen Cox back, defensive end. He hurt himself last year. He had a neck injury last year, and he missed most of the last part of the season. But he's back, got a huge motor. We need him to be that guy, that lead that group and show that group the direction. DeMarcus Williams, linebacker, started a few games for us last year. He's back. Davian Withers, basketball kid, came out as a 10th grader last year, broke his ankle to shoot out of the South last summer. Was out all season. Got back for basketball season, but we got him back. Man, he's going to be really good on the back end for us. And other than that, we're just young. We're young across the board. Not many of our defensive kids have taken, like I say, real live reps, and we're just going to be extremely young there, and we're going to be extremely young across the board. But that's fine. They're not scared of it. They're going to play every day. We're excited about them, excited to watch them grow and get better together.
So tell me about, you mentioned a lot of things about, we want guys here that want to play for us. We want guys that are going to buy in. So Tell me about what it means to your players to be able to put on that Trojan Wildcat uniform on Friday nights.
Well, you hope it means a lot. They're just, kids are different today than when, I was playing and I grew up. And you've got to create that pride and that tradition. And first and foremost, the thing I try to do is make sure they understand I care about them. I mean, they're not just football players to us. They're going to be young men in our society one day. They're going to be fathers. There's going to be husbands. We want them to be good people. And I truly believe that this game helps kids get to that. We don't reach them all, but I truly believe that we help them understand that adversity is going to happen in life, and adversity is going to happen in the football field, and adversity is going to happen in the classroom, and how to compete it, how to compete against it, how to battle it, and how not to let it hold us down, and to fight that, to fight it off. And really and truly, that's what we're trying to get to. I think we want to win football games. Every coach that you're going to talk to wants to win football games. But at the end of the day, we want our kids to be successful. Success doesn't always count with a W on Friday night. Granted, that's what we want. And that's what we're working towards, and that's the way here. Like, if you ask anybody here, they expect us to win. And when it doesn't happen, people are upset about it. But we want to win in life, too. And we want our kids to be better individuals when they walk out of here. So that's success as well. Success gets measured in a lot of different ways, and that's a way that I like to measure it before wins and losses.
Tell me about what the atmosphere is like here at this. We're right next to the stadium here. So tell me about what the atmosphere is like here at North Little Rock, and what Friday nights are like. Oh, man, it can get exciting, especially when you're good, when you got it going, and, you got one of those, you got a Bryant coming in, you got a Conway coming in, you got Central coming in. We're pretty much, we play all of our conference in everything that we do as far as JV. And I mean, so these kids know each other. They're with each other all the time. They're in the city together. I mean, they call each other by name. And it gets fun. Our student section is really, really good. It's second to none. We try to create a really good atmosphere here. And obviously you got to have people in the stands to do that. And, nothing prettier than coming off JFK Hill and seeing those lights on Friday night, and people getting excited about what's going on. And it'll start getting exciting as we get closer and closer. Our student section, man, they do a fantastic job. They're a lot of fun to be around. Tell me about just your scheme on offense, kind of what you guys want to do as far as your running and your passing and all those kind of things that go into your offense.
Well, we're a spread offense. I mean, we kind of do it all. We'll be 11 personnel some. We're 20 personnel some. I mean, we'll get under center still from the old days. Everybody leans on that success that we had in the 5 state championship run. We still do a little bit of that as well, but we're inside zone, outside zone, some RPO game. We just got to see. To me, it's a personnel deal. What's going to fit us best each year? If our quarterback and we can't do RPO stuff, then we need to get rid of that. If we can't do X, Y, or Z, then we need to get rid of that. And we got to be ready to do what we think we're going to be good at. Let's get good at that, and then if we can grow from that, we will. But like I said, we're a spread team. We'd love to run the football. We just got to see how it's going to go for us, and that's just going to take some time and some reps and see where we're at. And defensively, we were a 4-front last year. This year we're going to be a 3-4, just for personnel issues. I mean, we're not the same North Little Rock team that we've been in the past as far as our up front guys. We've had the Division I kids here, D-line and offensive line, and we don't have those kids right now. We got some kids that I'm trying to tell her we want to be blue-collar kids. I mean, we want to, pull our chin straps tight and then go, let's get after it, but we don't have that size that we've had in the past, but that's okay. Kids are playing really hard right now. Team camps here and there, and off season going on. So we're just trying to get better each and every day.
Tell me about what you want the identity of this team to be. What you want coaches, fans, and even opposing players and things like that to recognize in your team and to come up to you and tell you, how well you guys did on that.
Well, subtract wins and losses. I hope we can put a product on film that I don't use the word fear, but I want people to respect it. I'd like for them to watch a defense that runs around the football. The biggest compliment you can get is, for a coach to say, man, coach, those kids really play hard. I want them to see an offensive line that's going to get after you. I want them to see running backs that refuse to go down. Those kind of things. Just those, a quarterback that gets up after he takes a pretty good shot. Like I said, that blue collar mentality, that let's strap it up and go again kind of mentality. That's what you want. That's what I want. It's kind of the way I was raised, and that's my background. And I just feel like as a coach, that's the compliment. Man, those kids play hard. They play tough. They get after you. Those kind of things. You want to put a product on the film that when coaches watch it, they can respect it, and they think you're doing a good job, and that's kind of what you're after.
So you mentioned you had a lot of players graduate or transfer, things like that. But I wanted to ask you what your relationship is like with specifically this senior class and what it's like working with them every day.
Well, I'm in assistant role or the head coaching role. I've been with these guys since they've been 7th, 8th graders. They're fun to be around. Watching the kids grow up, and you hate to see the ones that leave. I'm not mad at the kids, anybody that left or anything like that. I hate it, but at the end of the day, they're making decisions for themselves, and that's fine. And I wish them the best with the decisions they've made. But you love to watch that kid grow and mature into a young man. Go from a kid into a young man, and watch him start making better decisions, and watch his body grow and see the success and the joy that brings one. That's a lot of fun to watch these kids, and you have them over at your house and you feed them, and they hang out with your families, and just like I said, we're trying to. I don't want to always be Coach Reed, Coach Reed in the building, Coach Reed. I like for them to see me, with my kids. I like that. I like them to see me with my wife, and do things like that, and that kind of stuff's important to me. And it's fun to watch those kids go from not knowing how to put a shoulder pad on or how to put their helmet on right to becoming young men and having some success in this game that they've put so much sweat equity in and they work so hard at, and you just like to see that success happen. And that's why we do it.
Last question for you. What would you guys have to do or accomplish this season for you to be able to walk away and consider it a success?
Well, I'd like to win them all. It's hard to do. That's what you want, and that's what success is going to be measured out of the general eye, the public's eye. It's how many wins did you have, how many losses did you have, and again, people can measure it however they want to. As long as we got kids that are getting better every day, as long as we got kids that can go out there and they spill their guts out on that field and they give you everything they got, that's all you can ask for. You can only ask for your kids to give you all they got and to do the very best they can. And if at the end of them doing that and giving you that and doing the best they can do and trying not to make the mistake twice, if you win, that's awesome. And if you lose, what can we do better to maybe change that outcome for the next week? But just because you lose one doesn't mean it's not a success. Did you get better that week? Did this individual get better? And if that individual getting better, did it make our team better? Those kind of things. And like I said, people are going to measure it in different ways outside of this room, outside of this locker room. And outside of our stadium, and it's just noise. We'll measure it in here how we need to measure it, you know. But as long as our kids are working hard, I tell them all the time, you take care of the little things in your life, and you take care of little things everywhere else, and you win the small wins, get the small victories. The big victories take care of themselves. I truly believe that.
All right, this has been an interview with Coach Clint Reed here at North Little Rock. Coach, is there anything that you want to say about your program before we sign off?
Now, come out and watch us. Come see us. Come visit with us. Y'all need anything, come find us. Go Cats.
All right. I'm Carson Ward with Arkansas Sports Network. You can find Arkansas Sports Network on Facebook and YouTube.
Thanks again for joining us on the Arkansas Sports Network's Hometown Sports Football Preview. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Arkansas Sports Network on YouTube to catch more previews and all the latest updates on your favorite teams.